Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Tennessee off to a pretty fast start in the class of 2026. They're currently sitting around 6, according to the On3 industry rankings. Of course, you got a long way to go, right? You're going to continue to recruit. You've got guys that committed pretty early in this cycle. Faison Brandon, #1 quarterback in the nation, committed back in August. Guess what? You're going to have to continue to recruit him. Last night on the live stream, we talked about Brandon Anderson, an interior offensive lineman, 4-star, ranked 275th nationally. Other teams are going to continue to come after Brandon Anderson. He's going to take visits. So you got a long way to go in this class of 26. But we had Gabriel Ascenda on the show last night, and it was fun to talk to him and talk about this foundation for this class. He's excited about the guys that are committed alongside him. You look at the rankings, they got 4 guys already committed, ranked inside the on 300. Gabriel Ascenda just outside the top 300 at 366, but that is a solid start to this class. We're going to see a lot of movement, a lot of visits over the coming months, and then we're going to see a lot of activity, a lot of commitments throughout the course of the summer. I had a lot of guys in town over the weekend. Tennessee hosted a junior day. Again, last night's guest, Gabriel Ascenda, was in town for that. If you missed the live stream last night, go back and give it a watch, man. Coach Jay said it. Coach Jay nailed it last night. Time and time again, these kids come on, and just the type of kid that Josh Heupel is recruiting, man, the environment that he's creating. We talk about the culture. You can see it right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network when those guys roll through this channel. Gabriel Ascenda, no different. Great interview, getting to know him as a person, as a player. Go back, give it a watch. Some other guys that were in town, Brandon Anderson, mentioned him, 4-star interior offensive lineman, committed to Tennessee, but still taking visits. Gonna have to continue to recruit him. Braden Rouse, a 4-star linebacker, was here. Hezekiah Harris, a 4-star edge rusher, was here. Jonas Walton, a 4-star running back, was in town as well. But another guy that was here, and this is an elite prospect, 4-star edge rusher, Rodney Dunham, 6'4", 215 pounds, out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I want to take a look at his profile. We're going to talk about his visit. We're going to take a look at some highlights, and then we've got another offensive lineman that is scheduled to take an official visit to Tennessee, so I want to get into that as well. But first and foremost, you guys know what you got to do. You got to do that YouTube stuff. Smash the thumbs up just below the video. Quick, free, easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new here, welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. We're not experts. We're not insiders. What we are is exactly what you are. For the fans, by the fans. We react as fans. We're speculating. We're talking message board rumor. We're talking recruiting. We do what fans do right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. If you like it, subscribe, click the bell. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. I'm live every Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. We play EA Sports College Football. We hang out. You can go head-to-head with me. We play a dynasty mode. It's a good time, but we talk all things Tennessee football. And then this Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, we have a huge charity stream to benefit the Fisher House Foundation. Now, what is that? It is like a Ronald McDonald House for the men and women of our troops, for our veterans. So every penny made from that stream goes directly to Fisher House. YouTube doesn't take a cut. Taxes don't come out. It goes directly to Fisher House Foundation. So come support that show. It is the biggest show that we do on this channel. You can see the guests confirmed so far. Braylon Staley, VolQuest.com, the Swain event, Jaden Lofton, Pancakes and Bacon, more important issues, and we've got some more announcements coming up soon. So come join us for that Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. But let's get into it. Let's talk about Rodney Dunham. You can see the profile there on the screen. He's a 4-star edge rusher, could ultimately end up being a 5-star prospect. Again, these guys that we're talking about in the class of 26, they're juniors, so they still got a full season of football ahead of them. You see the On3 industry rankings, 26th nationally, #3 edge rusher in the country. We talked a little bit about Rodney last night on the live stream, and that kind of went into talking about Rodney Garner recruiting at the edge position, and it's just player after player after player. B.Y., James Pierce, Josh Josephs, Caleb Herring, Jordan Ross, every single cycle, Rodney Garner is getting his man. Is Rodney Dunham that guy in this cycle? He's already been on campus several times. He was here for junior day last year, also took an unofficial visit for the win over Alabama. Matt Ray put out an update. This was prior to the junior day. Said Tennessee has prioritized Dunham since he made his way to town in the summer. He's a high-caliber pass rusher who fits the mold for what the Vols are looking for. Coach Chop and Coach Garner have made Tennessee a serious player in this one early on, but it is going to come down to be a battle. Dunham most recently visited Knoxville for the Alabama game, and it was his best experience to date. He is a big-time baseball prospect, so that is another feather in Tennessee's cap on this one. North Carolina, Florida State, and several others are working this one hard as well, but Tennessee is a legitimate player for his services. I'm going to share the screen here and show you guys some of his highlights. We're going to get through a scouting report here from Andrew Ivins over at 247 Sports, but I want you guys to watch the highlights. You guys watch the tape. What's your feedback? What do you think about Rodney Dunham as a player on the field? Scouting report from Andrew Ivins says he's a high upside pass rusher that has a chance to emerge as a true difference maker on Saturdays with his frame and athleticism. On the younger side for the class, hoping to play two sports in college, as he's also a talented pitcher. Still green when it comes to the technique, but has put encouraging spells on play of tape as he can dip and bend while coming around the corner before getting home with his gap closing burst. Says he lacks the desired anchor strength at this stage, but with his ability to plant and change course leads to his fair share of run stops in pursuit. Has experience operating on both a 2 and 3 point stance in an even front from a wider posting. Overall, should be viewed as a budding five technique full of traits that has a chance to emerge as an impact defender at the power forward level with some seasoning. Now, as you watch his game here, something that they talk a lot about is his length, and they are using that as a sales pitch, comparing him to James Pierce. And this is a quote from Dunham himself. Says, "They like my length, they like my speed. They remind me all the time of James Pierce, of course. They like my length and speed, my ability to make plays." He said, "I look up to James Pierce a lot. He wins a lot with speed. He's long, and we're kind of built the same height and everything. So I look up to him a lot. I watch his high school highlights, and I watch his college highlights as well." Now, Austin Price put out an update over at VolQuest after the junior day visit. Said Rodney Dunham continues to jive well with Tennessee. Said the only school that is locked in to get an official visit as of now is the Vols. He goes on to say the Vols are clearly at the top here with others pushing. He said that he hopes to make a decision about a month before his senior year starts. Again, that would be over the course of the summer, which is something that we're seeing more and more, right? With the class of 24, the class of 25, these guys want to get it over and done with before they go into that senior season of high school football. There's another visitor that is scheduled to be on campus. Chad Simmons put this tweet out on social media. It says 2026 four-star offensive lineman Breck Colajay has locked in 2 official visits with a third all but set. Now, Brock Colajay is a 4-star interior offensive lineman, 6'5", 295 pounds, plays for IMG Academy, ranked 243rd nationally. So inside the on 300. And, look, say what you will about Glenn Ellerby. Coach Jay brought up some great points last night in the live stream when we were talking about some of the young guys getting their opportunity. And we talked about not even the starters, but the 2 deep for 2024, right? You had guys like Dane Davis, and no disrespect for Dane Davis. Dane Davis played a lot of football for Tennessee, but he was a former walk-on, right? You have guys, Jackson Lampley. They weren't highly recruited blue chip prospects, but they were veterans and they played a lot of football for Tennessee. But now you're bringing in blue chip prospects, and I get it. I get it. Glenn Ellerby missed on those first couple of cycles. But when you go back to the class of 2024, you added blue chip guys on the offensive line, guys like Bennett Warren, guys like William Satterwhite, guys like Max Anderson. All 3 of those guys, 4-star prospects inside the on 300. Then you go look at the class of 25. Of course, it's huge. You go get the number 1 player in the country, the number 1 offensive tackle in the country in David Sanders. That is a huge commitment. You went and got Lance Hurd in the transfer portal. So I'm excited to see what this offensive line can look like, and they continue to build. So Breck Colajay, again, a blue chip prospect. He dropped his top 12 back in November. Alabama, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, LSU, Miami, Michigan, Nebraska, Ohio State, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Texas. So you see that top 12. You look at the offers. This is a legit player. He did confirm 2 official visits, as Chad Simmons put out. He's going to visit Georgia on June the 13th. He's going to visit Tennessee on June the 20th, and he's looking to schedule an official to Miami on June the 6th. And it looks like those are his top 3, according to everything I've seen. So if those, I'm sure he'll take other official visits, but when those are the top 3, we're seeing Tennessee backload again. This is something we saw last cycle. Tennessee's getting that last visit. How important, how crucial is that? But he's been to Tennessee several times already. Breck Colajay said, "What keeps me going back is just the culture, the environment, the coaches. Tennessee has one of the best overall environments in terms of city and college town. My relationship with the coaches and some of the players are really tight, so it's always good seeing them as much as possible." Again, he wants to commit after those summer official visits. So we'll keep an eye on it, keep you guys up to date. Going to jump heavy into the class of 2026 with these recruiting updates as the transfer portal is officially closed. Still an opportunity for movement here. Obviously, you got the national championship game coming up. Window's going to open for those guys. If there's any coaching changes. There's a window there. There's a post-spring cycle. So we're going to kind of slowly start moving away from the portal and start talking more about this class of 2026. Me and Coach Jay are going to be jumping in the film room this week. He's going to break down Star Thomas, the transfer running back from Duke. We're going to break down Wendell Moy Jr., the transfer interior offensive lineman from Arizona. So those are going to be coming your way soon as well. Make sure you tune in Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, but more importantly, Wednesday night. That's a big one, guys. If you could share it out, let people know. If you see it on Twitter, retweet it. You see it on Facebook, share it. Let's get as many eyes as possible on that Wednesday night stream and see if we can raise $15,000 for the men and women of our troops. But that is going to do it for this one. Smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the Talkin VAWLS merchandise. Think about supporting this channel by becoming a member. You can do that down there in the description below. There's also a join button right beside subscribe. We need your support. We cannot do this without you, and we are grateful for every single member of this channel. But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.